with that, we do have one last presentation, and Councilmember Alarcon will give that. Then we're going to go out of order and I believe take up item 78 after that.
Council members, as you know, once a month I try to recognize programs that are contributing to child safety. And this month I'd like to recognize several groups who are involved in trying to make our children safer by getting the word out and sponsoring a children's safety fair. And this is actually the 3rd annual San Fernando Valley Children's Safety Fair. And it's going to be held at the Valley Swap Meet in Panorama City. And I thought it was time that I recognize this group for doing the work that they're doing. You know that I've said many times in public, my son was killed in a car accident. Ironically, their event is on May 1st, and that is the actual day that my son died in my arms. So it's a very, it's a day that obviously I will always set aside for my special thoughts, but it makes me very gratified to know that these people will be conducting on that day something that will address exactly the concerns that I've had about child safety and most particularly pediatric trauma care. And so we want to recognize the Panorama City Neighborhood Council, Tony Wilkinson, who is one of the best presidents of neighborhood councils in the entire city of Los Angeles. And I say that as the immediate past chair of the Neighborhood Council Committee for the city of Los Angeles. And the Valley Trauma Center, Carrie Myers is here. We thank them for contributing to this effort. I do want to recognize Panorama City Valley Indoor Swap Meet. They have a very clean operation in Panorama City, but they're also very participatory in community events, more than any other swap meet I've ever worked with, and we have a few in my district. The Girl Scouts of Greater Los Angeles, Susana Lopez is here, and we want to thank them for continuing to keep people informed about the various things that they can do for child safety. There will be many activities for the kids, free entertainment, but most importantly, child and family safety and health information and services, free lunch and beverages for participants. But this is a way for the community to come together in a way that also informs them, particularly on ways to keep their children safe. Most importantly, I mean, we take things for granted. We've recognized many people for child safety activities since I've come back to the City Council, but people still forget. When there's only one car seat available, they'll have 2 kids and only one in the car seat, and one will be in a regular seat belt improperly. There are traffic stops. In fact, I can tell you we have there's sort of a speed trap in front of my house. Quite frankly, I don't know why, but the police department has put a speed trap. I hate to call it a speed trap. I shouldn't, right, Tom? I'm sorry. We have a speed checkpoint right in front of my house, and quite often people are being cited. In fact, many mornings when I'm coming to work, there will be a car that is being towed. So I think more people know where I live than any other council member in the history of Los Angeles, but know that when you're passing my house, slow down. And so we keep having to remind people of the various things that they can do to make our people safe, especially our children. So I'd like to thank all of these people for their participation, and I'd like to ask Tony Wilkerson to step forward on behalf of the group to express his sentiments about this. And with that, let me present these certificates. First of all, to the Panorama City Neighborhood Council, Tony Wilkerson, President. The Girl Scouts of Greater Los Angeles. And to the Valley Trauma Counseling Center, VTCC. Thank you so much.
Well, it's really our honor to participate with the Valley Trauma Center and Councilmember Richard Alarcon in sponsoring this Children's Safety Day. The people that I have with me are also active, the Girl Scouts, have done wonderful things for the young women of Panorama City. New Directions for Youth, Steve Martinez is active in our gang prevention programs as part of the Grid Zone. You know, it's 80,000 people in Panorama City. It's a small city in itself, and almost half of those are kids. And the neighborhood council, we don't have service clubs, we don't have a local chamber of commerce, but thanks to the city of Los Angeles, we have a neighborhood council. And together, all of us working in that neighborhood council can perform a lot of these roles, and most precious of all is our children. So thank you very much for your support.
And on behalf of the Valley Trauma Center and the Panorama Neighborhood City Council, New Directions for Youth, Girl Scouts of Greater Los Angeles, and all of the other great community partners that we are collaborating with, I'd like to thank the City Council for recognizing us for our efforts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. With that, I'd like to go to Councilwoman Perry. I know we do have one more commissioner, but we're going to move Ms. Perry's things just before the commissioner. No, we'll go